What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now, I want to give you a quick update on SUI following up on yesterday's video, because what we're seeing right now could be phenomenal, fantastic, a very little good glimpse of some bullish news that no one seems to be talking about right now. And so we're going to cover that and what it means and much more. So of course, buckle up, get ready, and let's get straight into it. Now guys, don't forget, if you do want to trade some SUI yourself on up to 50x leverage and you want to receive up to $10,000 up to $10,000 in bonuses and rewards, check out that affiliate link to Margex down below. Guys, this is where I do the vast majority of my trading, because of course there are so many different options for collateral. I keep up tens of thousands of dollars on this exchange because I'm trading on it on a daily basis. And the coolest part is, guys, you don't need to KYC, meaning you don't have to hand over your personal secret information. You can just sign up and start trading, and again, get up to $10,000. So make sure that you do go check that out down below if you are interested. Now, looking at SUI's price, what we can see is that as of yet, from the video yesterday, things are in a rather similar spot. Now, to give you a bit of context, of course, what we have been talking about recently is the fact that SUI's price is currently hitting this mass extension zone that we've been talking about for a good bit here. As we were seeing SUI's price kind of start to accumulate and consolidate in this little channel right here, we were talking about the fact that if it can successfully turn this previous point of resistance into some support, we could use that support to start breaking up towards these Fibonacci extension levels, the first one being around $3.30 and the next one being around $5.70. And of course, that's exactly what SUI did. Came back down, turned that resistance into support, used that support to smash through this previous regional high, and then used it to break up towards our extension zone, exactly where we thought it might go. And over the last couple of days, we've been wondering, okay, well, what happens next? Does SUI's price start to pull back? Does it, does it consolidate? Does it break out? What happens here? Well, we're finally starting to get a little bit of clarity on what very well may happen next. I told you all as we hit this zone that I was expecting a pullback, and that is what we got, right? This thing did pull back roughly 14% off of that, and I do think that it's still possible that we continue a little bit lower. You look at SUI's RSI, it is still in the overextension zone. You look at the daily Bollinger Bands, although we have re-entered back into them at this given point, we are still sitting at the top side of them, and so I still do think it's possible for SUI's price to come back as low as $2.30, and although people don't want to hear that, you just need to understand that it's natural, it's healthy, and it's not scary in the slightest. We're gonna have moments where we're gonna pump and pull back and push and pump and pull back, and that's just what's gonna happen. And so in these moments, if this does happen and SUI's price does come back, it's not a scary thing. It's not something to worry about. You just got to understand that's the natural cycle of liquidity. But what I am seeing right now while preparing for a possible pullback here is actually some very bullish signs. Now, what I want to focus in on and what's happened over the last 48 hours, especially with these two candles right here. Now, what you can see is that on these two candles, they don't look the same as these ones, do they? No, they look a little bit different because they have these long lines coming out of them. And if you're new here, those are called wicks. Now, what typically will happen is that a crypto, as its price goes down, well, this red bar will go lower and lower and lower. Well, if the bulls step in and start pushing the price back higher to the upside, what's going to end up happening is that that red line right here is going to go higher and higher and higher. And so say, for example, your price goes all the way down to $2.85, but then the bulls step in before the daily close happens and they start buying and buying and buying, that red line goes higher and higher and higher, and you are left with this wick or this line which signifies how low you went, but that's not where you closed. You closed where that red line up here ends. Now, why are these important? Okay, why are seeing wicks like this important? Well, the reason being is because as we're seeing SUI's price start to work its way down, it means that the bulls are willing and able to step in. That although we are seeing SUI's price cool down and momentum slow down, that the bulls aren't losing their strength to some degree. Although they, of course, they have weakened a little bit because we're not just still going higher, they haven't lost all their strength and they're still willing and capable to hold the price up here. Now, does that mean that we're not going to see it go lower? No, it doesn't mean that at all. But when you see things like this, it means that the bears, they're expending their energy and expending their energy and having less and less and less of an impact. And so even if it does go lower, the likelihood is that it's not going to go as low as it would have before because the bears had to spend all this energy just to go down just a little bit. And so whenever you see these big wicks to the bottom side, you got to recognize like, oh shit, the bulls are stepping in. The bears are going to get exhausted sooner. Therefore, the pullback here shouldn't be as bad as it would have been before. And when you look at something like the 4-hour charts and you see that SUI's price is maintaining well here, but the RSI is still getting that reset, it opens up the door of opportunity to say, oh shoot, we're seeing these indicators reset. We're seeing this 4-hour RSI reset. It's actually set in bullish divergence by setting in a low and a lower low, while we've seen this price set in a low and a higher low. And so while we are getting those wicks on the daily charts, the shorter time frames are resetting, and that's going to allow SUI's price to find support and find a foundation earlier and try to continue upwards. And so although again it doesn't guarantee that we're going to immediately do something like this, it does open up the door of opportunity more and more and more, allowing SUI's price to likely, in my opinion, start trying to push up towards $3.50 at some point sooner than later. So this is absolutely fantastic news. I love seeing something like this, and no one seems to recognize how big these things can be, because you see, whenever we have moments where we get real big pullbacks, you see how it's just full red candles, full red candle, full red candle, full red candle, right? We're not wicking. You go back to your previous pullbacks before that, full red candles, full red candles, full red candles all over the place. You're not getting these wicks like this. So this just goes to show that the bulls are stepping in. And the last time that we got a wick like this, I guess was right here, and you can see that that was followed by a pump. So not saying that this is about to pump, but it definitely is a very good sign. And so I wanted to share it with you today. I've been trying to make these SUI updates every single day, and I will actually let you know that if you do want some extra content, some extra information and insights from me, you can join my private community for just as little as $1 a month. You can sign up for $1 a month and get access to the Discord, ask me questions and talk with the team and everybody in the chat. Or for $5 a month, you can get extra thoughts and insights from me, daily fundamental analysis reports, daily technical analysis reports, and I'm making a crash course for the beginners right now that goes over technicals and fundamentals and much more. And so feel free to go check that out for as little as just $1 a month. Come join the private community and come say hello. And don't forget, while you are down there, go over to Margex and check out that affiliate link down there. If you do use it, you're going to get up to, again, $10,000 in bonuses and rewards, which is an absolutely fantastic deal. So all that's available for you down in the description. Feel free to go check it out. Let me know what you think, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.